setting up your meeting for Facebook Live. And that what's funny about having it go Facebook Live like this, we could be talking right now and it could be live. I
Well,
never know.
it says live at the top for me.
So we're live. So we're live right now. Isn't that funny? I love being real about it because it's funny when you see all these people that go live and it's all so slick and no, not me. Mine's always
Yeah.
kind of
I'm not that technical.
I'm not either. So hi everybody. Hey, this is Jody and here's people are already coming on. So
right.
this is my friend David, and I wanted to introduce you guys to my friend David because I have gotten to know you, David. Golly, I'm going to say is it 2 years? I have no idea how long I've known you. 3 years?
Get 2.5, 3. Probably 3.
Crazy. 3 years.
Yeah.
I met David through we're both involved in Master Networks, which is a national networking organization. He's the regional partner in Texas Central, and I'm in North Dakota or the Dakotas. But we also have gotten to know each other on other levels since then. And I wanted to talk to David today about masterminding, which if you're not familiar with that term, then you don't know me very well, because I've been teaching Think and Grow Rich forever. And this is a term that comes from that book, Think and Grow Rich. And it's what happens when people get together in a spirit of harmony with people who are like-minded and like-hearted, and they're helping each other with a definite purpose. And that's what David and I do every Wednesday morning in our mastermind. And I see you all also have a fan already. Hi, David from Tyler. He's saying hi to you.
Hey, it's Tyler. Yeah.
So, David, tell us a little bit more about you. What do you do for a living? What do you want people to know about you? We've got a few people watching here.
Whoa. I don't know. I got to be careful with that one.
I know, right?
Yeah. So I in a former life, I was a paramedic, and so I've always had a need to help people in some way, shape, or form. That's what brings me satisfaction. I find that to be rewarding, and I've never, no matter what I'm doing, never shied away from that one basic need. And selfishly, that's what I need, but it is also people get assistance through it. So I wanted to lead a healthy and profitable and supportive type life. So working 24, 48s, and sometimes I work 48 hours straight. That was great for, when I was in my 20s. Yeah. So I lived that, and, I met my wife through that. And, now I have a family and 2 little kiddos that are little mini me's. They get on my nerves. They
are too. They look just like him. It's crazy.
they drive me nuts. They're a little bit too much like me. And so from there, I built a property management company, all on, word of mouth and referrals and so on. And that's carried me on to other ventures that run parallel with that, because I believe in multiple streams of income, and residual income is what's getting me through these times. And I stumbled upon Master Networks, and I liked it because it was different from other networking that I was currently involved in. The other networking was really cutthroat, really too business oriented, and so I expanded my network by investing in Master Networks, and I've enjoyed it because I've met people like you, Jody, and the other partners around the country, and we have grown to be real good friends on top of doing business.
Right. Yeah. And that has been an unexpected, maybe I shouldn't even say it like that, but an unexpected benefit, which should be relatively obvious when you're connecting with people who are, I said it earlier, but like-minded and like-hearted. And so Master Networks brought us together in that way. And now we've also connected on another level with another organization called LifeWorks University. And David and I are in a group that meets every Wednesday morning at 7:30 a.m. because we are supporting each other in achieving the goals and dreams in our lives. So do you want to talk a little bit more about that, David, and why is that important to you, or am I just making that up?
No, I think you know me well enough. So yeah, it's very important to me. So, I found fulfillment in what I was already doing. It is kind of outside of the box because it's not the traditional networking that you would think that's so transactional. So naturally, I like building relationships and cultivating those relationships and adding value. And I get value back by doing that. And that's just a natural progression for me. So LifeWorks was a right fit. And I knew it was the right fit because you recommended it. So I came and I looked at it, and Think and Grow Rich is the platform. And everybody, if you're not familiar with that, you should be. From a kid, I was familiar with that book, so I was not entering unfamiliar territory. And it just added the component that was missing in everything else that I was doing. And that really is that I have a mastermind of a limited number of people. It's not a big room full of people that I can share some very intimate thoughts and experiences to. And it's a safe environment where I can be vulnerable and, shed a tear if I need to. I don't think anybody would laugh at me. And right. there has been tears shed, and let everybody know when I'm having a bad day, when I otherwise have to go on and put an artificial smile in these other things that I'm in. So I can kind of let my hair down. I don't have a lot of hair to let down, but I kind of let my hair down and be myself. And I have been able to learn about me, which is incredible. After 40 some odd years, you think I would be the expert of me. I've been me my entire life, but I've been taught about me and saying, hey, look, this is what I see you saying. And, and I might say something and I know what I mean, and, or maybe I'm saying something I'm quite guarded, but that outside perspective from those people that are getting to know me in such a, a close manner, they're able to say, hey, you know what, David, like it or not, this is what you're feeling. This is what I'm hearing you say. And it's like, golly, man, you guys are a little bit right. Just a little bit right. A little bit right.
It can be a little bit confronting every now and then when you have a group of people who are there for each other's best interest. We call it sometimes calling bullshit on each other, because you think you're going to slide it by people, and the people who know you best are the ones who say, I think I'd rethink that maybe if I were you.
We've been called out, in the group. Totally. And I think that we give each other permission to call each other out and say, hey, wait a minute, pump the brakes on that. You are way out of your lane.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm not. I am, but I heard you. Yeah. And, throughout the rest of the day. And for me, it's not just the rest of the day. It's the next week. It's the entire week until we meet again. Those thoughts are in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, such and such mentioned this about me. I might need to give that. And it has been life-changing in the way that, and it will bleed over into other areas of your life. So it's life-changing of how I do things at home, how I react to certain things. I've been able to relate better with my kids because I kind of understand where they're coming from other experiences and feedback that I've been given. We can talk about, marriages. We can talk about how I've changed my interaction with clients at in my business. I've chosen to react in certain ways, and I've chosen also to filter through the noise and get rid of some people that need to be loved from a distance.
That's a good way to say it.
And then bring some of those people that I want to be around or make me feel good, or I make feel good to be in close proximity. Because you're the sum of the 5 people that are around you. And, I just want those to be the right choices.
That's a great point. So let's talk a little bit more about the specifics of LifeWorks. For those of you who don't know, LifeWorks is a life mastery system, basically. And what it does is it breaks down your life into 8 areas that most of us, if we're honest, could probably be better at. And the 8 areas, I'm going to try to do it from memory, David, that are success education, lifestyle management, communication and relationships, wealth and income, fun and recreation, romantic relationship, and life purpose. How did I do? I got all 8.
You got it.
So all those areas are probably really important to all of us as human beings. And what we get to do is visualize our ideal future in each of those areas, and then break those areas down into what we call mental conditioning statements, blueprints, and projects. And so could you tell a little bit more about your experience with that whole life mastery system, David? You were present for the 3-day overhaul that we all did in Fargo. You came all the way to Fargo to be part of that. Tell us about your experience with that process.
So what I'll tell you is that the organization as a whole is amazing to me because it's a continued evolving.
Mm.
So, and it's built on a model that if you don't participate, it's okay. We're not begging you to participate, but it's best that you do. And we're going to encourage your involvement at the highest level, because you're going to get that much more out of it. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, but you get out of it what you give. And so when we do the MCSs and the blueprints and everything, my favorite part is the vision, visualizing your distant future in a way that you wrote it. So I'm the author of my future. And when people don't realize, and what I realized then in the workshops is basically, you are the author of your future, however you want to manifest it. Mm-hmm. So if you want to envision that you're always going to be stepping over obstacles, or somebody's always going to be in your way, and that you're always going to be a step behind, then sure, yeah, that's mm-hmm. what you're making it happen. But if you see yourself, if you actually write your future in such a way that you're going to be so satisfied, and you're going to be so proud, and you're going to accomplish, many things beyond your imagination, then that can happen. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who you are. You have to manifest it. You have to make it. This process teaches you not, to get there, but it teaches you step by step and baby steps on how to get there. And that's what the MCSs and the blueprints are for. And for some people, you need that. Okay, here's A. I'm done with that. Where's B? Mm-hmm. Okay, here's B. Let's move on to C. Right. And I can see the end. I'm not that type of person, but I do need to have a roadmap on how to get there. Right. And as you know, I went with one of my real good friends, Beth, to Fargo, and she went through the same experience, and her way of thinking was different. It worked for her, as it worked for me, but the way of her thinking is different, and we worked together. So that whole process got us to get to know, oh, that's why I don't get what you're saying sometimes. Mm-hmm. Because she's the opposite. She needs that roadmap. She can't see the end game until that roadmap is there.
Gotcha. That's good. We had some people that were in that course in Fargo that were married. And so married couples that were there, yeah. That's really interesting too, to see the distinction that they've gotten when they have an awareness about their partner. And what was really fun about that, we have a group, we were just talking about our mastermind group that meets every Wednesday morning. We have one person from Fargo, well, me, and then another person from Fargo, a person from Rochester, Minnesota, Minneapolis, and David, you from Austin, Texas. And we get together every week online through Zoom, but you guys all came together in Fargo, so we got to be together in person for that week.
That was really
Talk
special.
About that, being together with your mastermind in person.
Yeah, so it's very strange to get to know someone in the manner that we got to know each other. We were together for like a year before that happened.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you get to know this person from. There's 4 states in between Texas and North Dakota, right. And we talk about differences in weather that's happening. That's always a good conversation. And even flying into the little airport, I call it a little airport, it's a regular airport for you. Airport. So we have those differences, and so to find that we all have all these similarities when we're doing the mastermind together, it just brings us so close. Mm-hmm. And so we don't feel that we're in different parts of the country. And that's what's really, really cool. And I forgot who came. I think it was Dodie that came to me in Austin, had something in Austin. And
yeah, she did.
It was great. It was great to have her there, because I'm like, I'm going to show you around my city. We're going to go somewhere and do something. We had coffee together and had a great conversation. But then when I flew up to North Dakota, and I got to meet Teresa, and that was amazing because, oh my goodness, she's right in front of me. I can hug her. Uh-huh. We can sit down and be right across from each other. And it's not like meeting just anybody. It's not. After you have shared some of these feelings and thoughts, and I feel like that she gave a lot to me, and I had given a lot to her at that time. And then to finally meet in person, yeah. It's like some great love affair or something.
It kind of is, but it's on the up and up, everybody. It's on the up and up. Your spouses all know that we're doing this. It's all good. But we've gone through so much every Wednesday morning, like you said, even online. We just had one of our members who recovered from COVID. And so he's telling us about his experience. He said to us, I felt like I was not going to make it. He was sick. And now what he's been telling us about the other side of that sickness is kind of what I feel like is happening right now in the world with our leadership opportunities that are going to come out of this weird place we find ourselves right now, because we are supporting each other in becoming the best of all of us. I think, is that how you feel too, or am I putting words in?
Oh, that's absolutely how I feel. I am a better version than I was before this. I'll tell you that. I'm aware of myself. I'm more in tune with my feelings. I'm more in control of my reactions to certain things. And I've always had pride in not letting anyone take control of my day, not letting anyone take control of, my household or my destiny. I don't let anybody steal my dreams, all of that. And I thought I was in complete control. I thought I was, but I found out, no, I'm absolutely not totally in control of that. But I am so much better. I am so much better having been involved with the mastermind. And
It's funny.
I recommend it highly.
Well, it's funny about that because I think back, I don't think we knew that coming together at the beginning. I wish we would have taken a snapshot of some sort, when we first started, so that we could look back and go, oh my gosh, look at how far we've come, because we see each other every week and we can kind of help each other see where we've been growing. But when you think back on it now, David, wow, you have come a long way. I mean, there have been little things that you said early on that just would never come out of your mouth anymore, like limiting beliefs, different kinds of things. And all of us, I bet we could say that if we were all on this call. In fact, we should do a call with all of us sometime. We should just
Oh my God, yeah, that would be amazing.
Cool?
Yeah.
So
I even mentioned this week that some language has changed in everybody. The limiting belief is gone. Like, how come this happened to me? No, it didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Right. No matter how negative you may see what it's going to provoke some sort of change, and that change could be very, very positive.
Yeah, that's so true. So another part of LifeWorks that's really unique, I think, is our opportunity to learn from each other too. I don't know how much you've gotten involved, David, in the other classes that are available through LifeWorks University, but I've been a facilitator of classes that happen usually in the evenings. And we had a 24-week class that Beth was on for a while that started last July and got done in December. And it was the study of the book, The Master Key System, which was written in 1911. So it was sort of a precursor to Think and Grow Rich. So we're kind of digging back into some classic studies that can help people with their mindsets. And I'm the dean. So my role is the dean of the university. And so I'm always looking for new things to learn. We're starting another course called Conversations with God coming up soon. All of these classes that are available, whether it's LifeWorks 101, which teaches you how to use the system, or whether it's LifeWorks 102, which is now the next version of that, they're all included in your membership. So you pay a membership to be part of this, but there's also an opportunity to get that membership paid back. So really, when you think about masterminding for free, I mean, who wouldn't want to do this? And sometimes I'm like, why would you not want to get involved? And especially saying what you've said about who you've become because of this process. So can you say anything more, David, that if there were people out there who wanted to know more about it, how they could get a hold of you or what you might want to tell them as advice?
Yeah. There are people that pay for, high dollar, counselors and life coaches and so on. And I'm not discrediting that because there's a lot of people that are certified to do that sort of thing. But there's some people that either one, can't afford it or they're building up to it, or two, just need a sounding board, and they may not need, everything else that comes with it. So I would say, give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's any opportunity I have the chance to learn more about myself, I might as well just do it. Right. I got out way more than I thought I might have gotten out. I think I was in it to learn and get better and to pass that on to someone else, because I always come from a spirit of giving. I did not know that I was going to get well more than I could probably pass out. And so to do that for the price of nothing, I mean, I've never, I don't think, turned down anything that's free. So it's worth paying for, definitely. But when you don't have to, you need to take advantage of that. And then there's a component where you might be able to make some money on top of it. But, and again, I've never stepped over a $5 bill.
Right.
So,
Right.
It's very well worth it. And as far as the Jody, I'll leave it up to you because you can put something in the comments. So you can put my link or email address or something in the comments.
Sounds good. So tomorrow, this is Friday, and I know you're going to be listening to this later. There are some people watching us now, but tomorrow on Saturday, and I'm guessing we're going to do this again, there will be a free opportunity to experience LifeWorks at 11 o'clock Central, and I can give you more information about that. It's going to be Don, who is our founder, Don Cody, is going to be facilitating an hour-long conversation with 4 people to kind of show how the process works, and the rest of us can just observe and see. We also have always, there's going to be ongoing opportunities to try it before you have to buy it. And so I think I can speak for you too, David. I am really committed to letting people experience things before they have to make a big commitment, because this will change your life. I'm not kidding. And David, could you also speak to your group? Because you also facilitate a group kind of getting together, not just as a participant, but you also facilitate. You want to talk a little bit about that?
So that's one of the things that I have thoroughly enjoy, is the fact that I've gotten so much out of the group that I participate in, with you being a facilitator. But, again, I find it rewarding to pass on, kind of what I've learned in some of my experiences as the facilitator. And that right there brings an extra level of excitement to me. And my groups my members in the group are fantastic. They relate very well. They like to consider themselves, doing this at a high level. And I like to, challenge them to do as good as my group is doing. So
there you go. The gauntlet is dropped, everybody. So this has been really fun. Tyler, who said hi earlier, Tyler is in another group that I facilitate for LifeWorks on Fridays. So I have your group on Wednesdays and their group on Fridays. And then I'm also in a group on Tuesday nights. So there's a lot of opportunities to stay connected to your own greatest potential, I guess I could say, where if we're not doing something on purpose to keep the skids greased, it's easy to fall back. And I love that about us, David, because every Wednesday, I don't want to disappoint you. I don't think you guys want to disappoint each other. And then we carry that through to the rest of our lives, not just when we're together, but it makes me a better me, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I put words in your mouth, but would you say that's true for you?
It does. It does. If I don't know, if I've missed maybe once or something like that. I know that when someone is absent, it's felt.
Yeah.
It's felt, and it's a lack of energy there if any one person is absent.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm like you with the FOMO, fear of missing out on something. I know,
right? Yeah.
Somebody's going to say something exciting or something provoking to me, and I already told Teresa, I'm just sitting on your coattails. Every time you say something that's a great idea, it's an aha for me. Right. And so that challenge is there. And,
that's great.
I put a lot on paper since just Wednesday morning that I need to implement, even over the weekend. And it's awesome. It's awesome to do life with people that love and support you in that manner.
Yeah. And it's life. I love that you said do life with, because yes, it's our businesses, and that helps. We definitely are helping each other grow our businesses, but we are the common denominators in our businesses. So if we're not getting better ourselves, how can our businesses possibly grow unless we do? So that's another thing that I think maybe we had forgotten that would happen as a part of that.
Yeah. It's just one of those, it's just like I'm in a medical field, or I was. So, it's like you take a medication for a certain reason. Mm-hmm. It's an FDA approved medication for that reason, but then there's side effects that happen. Yeah. So the side effects are the unexpected surprise. It's like, hey, you did not know. That's not what we put on paper. That's not what we advertise as an experience. So it's welcome. It's a welcome surprise when it works out that way. And we're going to say it's positive side effects, not those negative ones that make you throw up and stuff. We don't want any of that. It's not going to cause nausea or diarrhea. Although it may make you throw up, because sometimes you're like, crap, I was doing that, man. They're loving me enough to tell me I got to stop doing that. It makes me want to throw up, but it's actually really good. Yeah. Well, David, this has been a delight. Thank you so much for being on with me. If anybody is interested, I'm going to put David's contact info in the
comments here. And LifeWorks U is just where you can go. LifeWorksU, the letter U.com. And you can find out anything you want about LifeWorks, or reach out to David or me, and we'll be happy to tell you more.
Yeah, there's so much more to it. There's so much
Yeah.
more to it.
David, thank you so much for being with me today. This has been a blast.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, we'll talk to you again. Bye.